came along. Now I got a new song, and that's why I'm telling you what he can do. This is my story, and this is my song, praising my Savior all the day long. And of this world I am now free to enjoy the love and peace of eternity. Come join me, Christina E. This is Christ in His Word.
I cannot believe it. This is my old school, Olmsted. It has been some years since I've been here. It's so funny because I pass the school like all the time, but I've yet to really actually go on the premises of it. But I'm telling you, this school was very, very instrumental in terms of just so many things in my life, in terms of artistry and just everything. At first, I had went to actually Build Academy. I went and I was there for pre-K, but my mom really wasn't feeling it, so she wanted me to, go to a school that would really challenge me, like academically. So she decided to enroll me into Olmsted. You had to take a test to get in. It was for the gifted and talented, and so I took a test, got in, and it was a really nice school. It was funny because most of my friends here at the school were like, my best friends were like some of my teachers. I was like a teacher's pet per se, and I had a few friends here, which I love because it was such a diverse group of us. I had friends of all different races, different cultures, backgrounds, everything here, and it was really nice. But I still had my share of challenges even here, but just coming to this school, it really brought out a lot in me, just artistically and musically as well. They even added a new sign, I think, too. This is crazy. Like, open registration. They used to use little posts and everything, and Olmsted School. And I don't even know what this is. Like Olmsted BPS, like whatever this is. This looks like, I don't exactly know if this is like another part of the library, a recreational center, an extra center. I really don't know. I've never even seen this. Like, I'm like looking at this school like shocked because I've never seen this ever before. Like, this is crazy. So they're really building it up out here. This didn't even exist. This part of it did, but then this addition, but it's beautiful. It was really beautiful. Wow. Still looks the same though. It was like nice little red brick building. They had a series of the schools too. This was the first one, Olmsted 64, and then they had Olmsted West and 56. But after Olmsted West, I just kind of, I just went and enrolled in high school after that. But it was some good times here. I remember in gym class getting beat up from the first time, getting jumped in class, just trying to be somebody's friend. Girls were throwing balls at me for whatever reason. And I remember, I remember having, battling with a lot of stuff even when I was here at the school, but I think through my relationships I had with my teachers and just in terms of being introduced more to the arts in the school, it made it so much better. My best subject, I'd say, was definitely probably English and history. I just loved learning about the past and trying to correlate it with the present. And I just love writing. I started it was actually funny because it was at this school, or Olmsted West rather, when I was in 4th grade, because this school went up to, I believe, 2nd grade, and then I went to the second part of the school, which had like the 3rd and 4th grade. And it was at that school that I actually started really getting into writing stories and poetry. And I remember I wrote a book when I was 9 years old. It was called No Matter What Happens. I based it off of one of my really good girlfriends at the time. She was Caucasian, and I wanted to utilize her and myself and put us in a different time era, which would be the 1960s. And basically the story was about the civil rights movement, and it was 2 girls, one African American and one Caucasian, who were trying to maintain this friendship in during a time in Montgomery, Alabama, when there was just nothing but chaos. And I wrote that book, and my goal at the time was to be like the youngest person to ever publish it. I never did, but I still have that book, and eventually I hope to one day, publish it so that, it can not only be educational for young people, but also can prove a point that it doesn't matter what color you are, and to maintain that level of love and trust and those friendships outside of just race and color. Because those issues, even at a young age, were very important to me, and I wanted to definitely talk about it even then. My friends here, it was funny. I had a couple African American friends. One of my best friends, she was Caucasian, and then I had another friend who was Native American. So all of us would hang together, and it was just like, you had everybody. When you're a kid, everything is so innocent. You don't look at color. Color and all those things, and race is learned behavior. Racism and, all that type of stuff is learned behavior. But when you're a kid and you're innocent and you just love people for who they are, and I wish that could be inundated even now into adulthood, in society. So that's what I learned, and I just love that. And it was a good time. It's a really good time. I was still teased and picked on here, but what kid isn't? But I really enjoyed my time here, and the mentors that I developed here and the teachers. They had a musical program too here. Music teachers here. I remember, I don't even remember her name, but I just remember she had red hair, real curly red hair. Real nice lady. I remember in music class, we were singing something. I think we were doing like a choral selection, and I remember she had pointed me out. She was like, "Wow, Christina, you can really sing," and she really motivated me. And that was at the time where I was really just really starting to know that I really starting to get into music more, and outside of just in my family and church. And it really encouraged me and my motivation to do the arts and to really feel like and have the confidence that I could do it, and I really just, her motivating me was really something. I always felt like she saw something special in me, and I appreciated that because I didn't always get that from a lot of people. I learned a lot. I went through a lot at this age, but yet I felt like God was doing something. I always felt like no matter how alone I felt, and no matter how much, even how badly I may have been treated by some people, that, God was still in control, and He was still working things out for me. And I just felt like there was a purpose for me. And, that gave me hope through the troubles in my life. Because because it was at this time in my life that I really started seeing things for what they were, and I did a lot of growing up, and I grew up really fast. But it was this school that really birthed a lot of me, and I really appreciated the memories I had here. We used to go on like mad field trips, and then we would walk down the perimeter here. We'd go on our little daily walks to have our fire drills and stuff, and think we was really doing something. So it was really cool though. I also liked a lot of, during this time, outside of just music too, I got involved with a lot of visual arts. My mother, she saw that, and she really grasped onto that, because my mother was very artistic. My mother was very talented. She was just a wonderful homemaker, and she was very talented in putting things together. I mean, she just always had our house hooked up, and just the way she put colors together. I mean, my mother and I would do arts and crafts, and she would actually teach me a lot about just visual arts in general. And I mean, this woman, she would make up songs. Like, she actually worked at daycare, and she worked with kids. And so she, brought a lot of her, experience and her work experience home, and she used to make her own flashcards. And this is how I helped. This was what helped me in math and different classes. It's just through her experience. She just kind of, encouraged me in the arts, especially visual arts. And that's kind of where I got that, I feel like, that creative gene in terms of like graphics and the things that I'm doing now. But music overall had always been my passion, and I felt like I got the best of both worlds at this school, because we had some really great teachers here. It still looks the same. Yeah, it's really nice. And this playground, I don't even, we had sand. They got a bounce type thing going on over here, so I don't know what that is, but it's the real deal. I'm just like, wow. I mean, it was a totally different color. I want to say it was in a different place, so they remodeled a lot of this school. But since, I moved away and then I came back, and, all these different changes, it's like you don't know what they changed or what they did, and you just come back and you see this whole new place and all these different additions that they're adding. So I can see that they're definitely building up some of the schools in this area, which is a good thing. The playground was in a different spot, but I just used to love spending hours at the playground. It was just so nice. I mean, I don't even know what this is. This little contraption here, it's like, what? See, this is like, you can actually jump on this. Like, it's like, you really... They got jungle gyms, and they got, all types of stuff here. It's amazing. I don't even know when they changed it. I know, like I said, we had sand. So sand would get in the car and everywhere else, because we were just throwing sand. Or they had like the little tire swing and everything like that. But, oh my goodness, they really stepped it up. They even have like a little, looks like a rock climbing type thing going on here. Like, we didn't have this. I want to know who decided to add this when I wasn't there. Wow, that's tight. Wow, oh my goodness. It's just, wow, it's just really good times though. When I think about it, just being here, it just brings back so many memories of the innocence of my youth, and just all the stuff. Just all the things I went through. It was just like, man, when you're a kid, that's what I tell a lot of young people, especially kids. Don't rush getting older. God gave you that age for a reason. You have a fresh start, and I'm telling you, it goes by like that. Like, when people used to tell me, oh my gosh, you're gonna be older before you know it, I was like, okay, whatever, and I still cherish my youth, I will say that, but they weren't lying when they said time goes by so fast, and time waits for no man. It is so true, because I feel like just yesterday I was on this, or a playground, not this specific playground, but a playground like this, and it was, building, this is how I remember it. this front part is how I remember the school. But that right there is like this weird contraption. It looks like it came from outer space because we never had that. Like, I would love to see, one day I'm gonna come back here and do another video, you guys, because I really wanna capture what they did inside, because if I know it looks so nice out on the outside, I'm sure it's killer on the inside. So, but I mean, this is all that I can remember. This is different too. So as far as I know, this did not exist. They may have had something here, but I don't remember. I actually think the playground might have been where that other little building is over there, that new building. So they moved it, I guess, everything toward the front. So I don't know if this bounces. Oh, it does. It looks like regular. So I don't even know, like, honestly, I would go in this, but then I know people would probably think I was crazy, and then if I get stuck, then it's gonna be on bloopers or something next. So what am I supposed to do? Like, I don't even know if can I even get in here? Lord, this probably will not be on the video, Uncle V, but I don't know how I'm supposed to get. I can't get out. I'm just playing. Ah! I don't know. I like to adventure and stuff, so I'm gonna try to see. See, this is probably why they didn't make this type of stuff in my day, because see, I would have got stuck in that and then we would have had a problem. So, yeah. Oh, don't let nobody put their head up in that piece. Oh my goodness! Is this? Oh no, these are just. I'm thinking those are one of those. You know those little those things that people used to step on, the little balls that people used to step on. That's what I thought.
Oh yeah.
I guess these are little seats or something, or little things that they can walk on. So, wow. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is literally like, I can't believe they have all this stuff, like, for real, for real. I can kind of see in some of the classes. Looks like they're recording a lot of stuff. They must be getting ready for the fall. But still looks almost the same. The only difference really is that it looks like super small now. Because, you know, when you're a kid, everything looks so massive. But it's just like, oh my gosh, am I even going to fit in that school now? You know what I mean? So, oh my goodness, it's amazing. But yeah, this is Olmsted. This is one of my first schools. It was Build Academy this. And then Olmsted West. And then after that, they had a school. It was Olmsted 56. I didn't go there because I think that was for grades 5th through 8th. But by that time, you know, I kind of wanted to get ready for high school and whatnot. So they had, I had a choice actually between going to City Honors and Performing Arts. My oldest sister, Monica, who was a musical inspiration to me as well, she went to Performing Arts. She did a whole lot of stuff in music. She was really talented. I mean, this girl was in countless plays and performances and things. And so, I mean, I just saw all that she did and I was just taken aback. My other sister, she was just as talented, but she did more of like choral stuff, and she was more laid back. She was really, they both were very, very smart. And Terry, she went to City Honors, and she really, you know, definitely challenged herself academically. She wanted me to go there. Most of the kids that went to this school, they would either go to City Honors or Hutch Tech or, you know, really academically challenged school. And Performing Arts was pretty top on the list at the time. And I'm sure it still is to some degree, but, you know, I had a choice between several schools, but I had to choose Performing Arts. It just seemed like a lot more fun, so I was like, oh, you know, so I decided to go there, and I guess that's where we're going to be going next, so.
Those days, those days, those days, oh, those days, those days, those days, when people were young and they just had fun. Those days, those days, those days, oh, I wish we all could be part of one big happy happy family. Those days, those days, those days.